in some way.
Arouses you.
Yes.
What do you mean in that clip that we heard before you came on, Mr. McGregor? What do you mean when you say you're doing something that no one's ever done in the UFC before?
Well, we've got the private jets flying us city to city. We are going global with this. Never in the history of the company has anybody have they ever done something of this magnitude. My competitor previously has fought on the co-main event slot of a card where the smaller weight was above him. That never happens in the history of the company. Usually, the heavier weight it would be the higher on the card would be the main event.
Sure.
But since Jose is such a coasting champion that he does not take risks, that he does not excite inside the octagon, they stuck him co-main event to the bantamweights. Now that he is fighting McGregor in the McGregor division, we are main event ahead of the welterweights, which is a heavier division. So I am simply changing the game. This is what I mean when I say this.
So are others wrong when they talk about how good a fighter he is, how exciting and creative he is? The fact that he's 25-1, you don't look at that and go, all right, he's bringing some skills to the octagon as well?
Everybody inside the octagon has skills. You do not get to the UFC without some form of skills. But I simply look at his career. I don't look at the overall spectrum of it. I look at fight by fight and previous fights, and I see a pattern of decline. I see deterioration in his skill set. I see a champion who is coasting, a champion who has not hurt anybody in a long time. He has not got that stopping power that I have. When I hit people, they break, they crumble. When he hits people, they survive.
Let's talk about what happened after the Seaver fight. It was one of the greatest moments I've ever seen on UFC. And by the way, your fight on Fox Sports 1 that night back in January was the most watched in the history of Fox Sports 1, as I'm sure you know, Conor.
You're damn right I know. I am highly interested in the numbers. Not only was the fight the highest rated, but we also had my documentary, which I am executive producer on, air on Fox, and that also broke records. We also did a show, UFC Rising, it also broke records. I think throughout that period, I set about 4 records back to back on Fox alone, and now I have